Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Train Sim World. And welcome back to, well, this is Rapid Transit, which is part of Train Sim World. Can't get aboard my train. There we go. So, I don't want to lose too much time here. Unlock the doors on the left. I don't want to lose too much time here. And, right, we're loading passengers now. So where to begin? This is the Rapid Transit DLC that goes with CSX Heavy Haul, and I'll get to that in a minute. But this is a DLC for Train Sim World by Dovetail. And you know what? While that's going on, let's do some other things here. Let's put our lights on right there. Cabin lights are off. Passenger lights are on. Reverser forward. We'll get ready because I feel like we lost about 30 seconds there, and if you know the timetables on these scenarios, they really run them tight. They run them like a German railroad, so to speak. So, all right. So they did give us a little time there to get settled. Right. So we are in, I believe this is the Talent. I want to say the Talent DD. I really should know this stuff, but everybody does their videos differently. And I know there's some people that talk a lot about the actual real life equipment of what they're doing, present it in a very I don't know, almost a respectful way toward the real life scenario that they are simulating. I tend to focus more on the game itself and the simulation itself, although I do try to play as realistically as possible. So I guess what I'm saying is lock the train doors, release the brakes. Here we go. So I guess what I'm saying is I should know these things because I hear other simulation gamers talk about the equipment that they're using, the real life equipment that they're using, and I don't do that. Maybe I should. But so it goes. So this is the Rapid Transit expansion, and I'll tell you here's a little derp moment about me as I'm speeding. Haven't got dinged yet. All right. Here's a derp moment. Here's an opportunity for you to laugh at me. Train Simulator 2018, I think we could agree, is at this point kind of out of date. It's a 32-bit game. It's got good support, and I appreciate the developers supporting the game. Reason being, there's all the DLC for it. There's like 300 DLC. That's thousands of dollars worth of DLC that people have bought over the years, and I really feel like it would be a disservice to the fans to just discontinue the game because there are a lot of people playing it and a lot of people have a lot of money invested in it. So good on the devs for that. But it's time for something new. And the new game, the new simulation is Train Simulator World. So I got CSX Heavy Haul, but then I'm waiting for TSW. Like, where is TSW? When is TSW going to be a thing? And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And I finally realized, because I keep seeing DLC for CSX, and I'm like, no, I don't want DLC for CSX. I want DLC for TSW, for Train Sim World. I already have CSX. I don't need anything for that. And then I finally realize that CSX Heavy Haul is the first iteration of Train Sim World, and the DLC that you buy for CSX is the DLC that you buy for Train Sim World. So I'm an idiot, but eventually I did figure it out. So that's how we're on Rapid Transit today. And there's another reason we're on Rapid Transit. Oh no, wait till 15:33:30. I already closed the doors. Hang on, so I'll open them back up for you. The rest of you nice folks can get on board. But for once, that means we're ahead of schedule. And there was another reason. You know, I did the one episode so far of CSX Heavy Haul for the channel, and I got a good response from people saying, fun game, looks really nice, looks really clean, looks like fun gameplay. It does this periodically where it's like it just doesn't want to release. There we go. Looks like a fun game, looks like a cool game, but it's really, really boring. And it is. It's a freight train simulator. I think it's an awesome sim. I love it. CSX Heavy Haul. I love it. But, and we knew this when we were testing it, we knew it was not going to be the most compelling gameplay. So my girl, who always has good advice, said, why not try something with like some passengers or some people or something, where there's a little bit more interaction, a little bit more participation. So, Rapid Transit. Now there's also, what are the other routes? There's Northeast Corridor, and there is Great Western in the UK. Decided to go with this. I think there's just a little more happening. I think there's a little more starting and stopping, a little bit more intervention. You know what I'm trying to say. So I think this is going to be a good fit. I think the channel does need a train sim, for sure it does. I just want it to be a good one, and I want it to be something that people are going to enjoy, and something that I'm going to enjoy playing, and you're going to enjoy watching, and everybody will just have a great time, and it'll be just super duper awesome all around for everybody. And I have to say, this is literally the first time I've played the sim. I've had it for a couple hours. It did bring in, obviously, all my settings from CSX. So hopefully my volume settings are okay, and I'm going to sort of pre-release this break. Speed us up a little bit. It did keep my graphic settings. Graphics are good. I mean, we got a lot of pedestrians walking around. Scenery is, I'd say, medium dense here at this station. But we're between 30 and 40 FPS. And when we pull out of the station, we'll jump up between 45 and 60. So that works for me. I'll take that. 15, 36, 30. Okay, so we're still just marginally ahead of schedule. Good for us. I am normally very late on passenger train sims. Right. Okay. Cool. Punch it. Let's get to this next station. I think the game looks great. It is just such a leap forward from Train Simulator 2018, which is a great game. It's just dated. It's just old. Runs on an older engine. It is 32-bit. It's just a lot of things. And this game, I feel like, is the move that Dovetail had to make to keep the train simulator genre, frankly, alive. Because Train Simulator 2018 looks like a game from the early 2000s, which is what it is. So this to me looks great. I'm really looking forward to some of the nighttime scenarios, and I know there's not, it's hard to explain. There's not really a ton going on in these games, and yet there's really a lot going on. It's difficult to describe. But we're not really moving around. We're just essentially manipulating the throttle and the brake and then opening and closing the doors. But it is like, it's kind of intense. It really is. And we got 50 seconds to go 80 yards. I think we got this. It's intense, and it's one of those things that, as competitive as I am, everything that I do, I just want to do it really, really well. And I feel like this game, you just have a ton of opportunities as you're driving a route to do it right. And that's something I enjoy. It's been kind of a hectic day here. It's almost 14:30 here. It's been kind of a hectic day for me, and I need to record another Project Cars 2 video. And what I'm planning on doing is continuing to do those day, night, day races. About 45 minutes. 45 to 60 minutes. And there's that delay again. I think now that may have something to do with the doors. It takes a second for the doors to close. I just realized it was telling me to wait, and I didn't wait. But we got a ton of points out of there, so great. I'll take it. Day, night, day races. Yeah, 45 to 60 minute day, night, day races. But man, that is, it's really, really kind of mentally and emotionally exhausting to do that. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but to try to run good laps like that for the better part of an hour while you're recording, and knowing, like, if I'm just racing for fun and I have a terrible race, it doesn't really matter. I just finish the race, whatever, finish in last place, get some data, call it good, whatever. But if I'm recording, that's not usable now, and I have to essentially toss it and start that race over. And if it happens toward the end of the race, there's really nothing I can do. I mean, that's just an hour wasted. So there is a focus and a concentration and an intensity that it's enjoyable, but it's intense, and it is kind of draining. So less drift, coast for me right there. So when I got home today, even though I know I need to do a Project Cars video, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do one. So I hopped on here, and it's not nearly as intense. There's definitely some focus required, but it's not nearly as intense as Project Cars 2. And the sports car races, the day, night, day endurance races, yes, definitely going to continue doing those, but I would also like to do some 45 to 60 minute, like, IndyCar style races, and old school Formula One, some vintage Formula One. I think that would be fun. 15:45, and we have to go a little over a mile. Okay, cool. We're still on schedule for once. This is awesome. I'm glad it's working out. Having not really done a passenger scenario in quite a while, I was concerned that this would be just a total catastrophe, but it's going okay. I'm pleased about that. and just a really have some outside views. Just I think a really good looking game. Everything as always is on high, not ultra, and I'm really pleased with it. The draw distances, the scenery loading. I think it's a great looking sim. Fantastic. I do need to stay in cab quite a bit though because of the alerter. I know in Train Simulator 2018 if you can't reset the alerter by moving a control when you're outside the cab, is that right? When you're in the cab, every time you touch a control, so you accelerate, you brake, what have you, it accepts that as a reset on the alerter, but when you're out of cab, you have to reset the alerter manually, and I tend to not see it blinking, and then it throws on the emergency brakes and the PTC and everything, and just wrecks me. At least it wrecks my scenario. It doesn't wreck the train, but it wrecks my scenario and my possibility of having a good score. And who wants that? We are going less than 50. How's our time doing? 44. We have a minute to get there. Whoa, we got to slow down now. Gotta slow way down. Way down, yeah. It's a short platform. How you doing on the back? Doesn't matter, we're here. Right side. How'd we do? I'm curious, I can't see the back of the train. Oh, we got it all on there. Didn't we? Sorry, I know it's a little motion sickness theater right there. No, we got it all on there. Oh, good for us. Right, so I'm going to back these brakes off and kind of prep them a little bit for... They're already released. Prep them for our departure. Wait until 15:45:30. I cannot believe we're ahead of schedule. This happens so rarely. Man, it's a banner day. I'm going to have a sip of my soda pop while we're waiting. That's how happy I am. And today we're drinking, the company is Neuro, and the drink that I'm drinking is Bliss, which is a blueberry. It's like a blueberry stress and focus tonic. Feeling a little stressed today. Figured I'd go with the stress tonic. Okay, 15:47. So we have 1 minute. That's a little over half a mile. Let's make some tracks here. Tracks. All right. Never mind. I don't think I've been dinged for speeding yet. Although we were speeding right after our departure. We were speeding. And wait a minute. We taking it underground? Is that what's going down? Oh. So we're going to do like a little, what you call it? Yeah, like a thing. In the place. Yeah, we're like a subway now. Oh, fantastic. Whoa. This is pretty. Get the train stopped and we'll take a look around the platform here. Right. Wow. What? Oh, you got art and everything. This is beautiful. I have a very limited space on this hotel desk to manipulate my mouse, so it's a little, when you got to like hold the button down to pick the mouse up. Totally ghetto. You know what I'm talking about. Lock the doors. Release the brake. I'm not going to sound the horn because we're inside. Doesn't matter because we're not moving anyway. Now we're moving. 15:49. So we have a minute to go half a mile. We can do this. We can stay on schedule. Oh, this is fantastic. And what I really like about this is I feel like it's the perfect fusion of a commuter train game and a subway game. And when I say game, obviously I mean sim. Whoa, it's right there. I don't need to be kind of hauling ass here. You know what I mean about that, right? Like there are commuter train games where you're outside and you're doing all kinds of commuter train stuff, and then there's subway games, there's subway simulators. And they both have a different feel. I like that this is kind of a hybrid. Try to hit my mark here. Are we on time? No, we're 12 seconds late. Damn it. Well, 30 seconds late, but at least we hit the mark. All right. Open the doors. I'm going to prep this brake. Back it off a little bit. Oh. Are you kidding me? Man, that is beautiful. This is a really, really good looking game. Totally pleased. And I love CSX, don't get me wrong, but I like that there's just a bit more to do here. All right. Lock the doors. Release the brake. There's that pause. I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if that's just the nature of the sim or of the train. All right. I'll probably want to put that up. Yeah. Emergency brake. Whoa. These underground stops come up kind of quick. Not terrible, but quicker than outdoors. It feels that way anyway. Could be wrong. Feel like I'm rolling in here. Yeah, we're about 30 seconds late on all these. We're going to be close to a minute late by the time we get stopped. I feel like I'm rolling in on these a little too slow, but I'm trying not to bounce my passengers around. All right, 50 seconds. There you go. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that texture on the side of the escalator. That is... This is a... sorry, I know. Not trying to bounce you around. This is a really clean looking game. And I'm not on Ultra. I'm just on High. This is impressive. Lock the doors. Brake off. Alright. I love that all the stations are different. All the underground stations are different look and feel, which I think is completely appropriate and what you would expect. Controls are super smooth. Everything is just nice and responsive. Feels really, really just natural and intuitive. The controls, I mean, there's enough going on with the controls that, you know, it's obvious that there's a lot of, how do I want to say this? I like sim games where they've attempted to recreate, you know, all the things that the vehicle or the aircraft or whatever, all the things that it has in real life, or as many as are reasonable. Another station here. This one's kind of low. So I feel like there's a ton of control, but there's nothing cumbersome or irritating about it. It's not little ticky-tack stuff where it's making you do this or making you do that. It just feels nice and really well balanced. Graphics, I think, are amazing. Lighting looks great. Super cool. Lock the doors. Release the brake. There we go. 1.6 miles, and we've got about 2 minutes to get there. All right, well, we're doing good on points. We haven't been dinged yet. Let's punch it and see if we can make up that 1 minute that we're behind. Right. There we are. You know, last episode of CSX that we did, I was kind of complaining about those big icons that you get. That one directly in front of us, as an example. Pardon me, I have to clear my throat. Directly in front of us, that 62 mile per hour marker. It's kind of complaining about those being, you know, oh, they're too big, they're too obtrusive, but I guess I'm not grateful for them, but I guess my thing is, you know, if I'm going to complain about it, then I need to present an alternative. What would I do instead? And I guess what I would have to do instead is try to read the track signals, like read the actual lights as they're going past and know what that means as far as, you know, what I can do controlling the train. And I don't know that I necessarily want to push the realism that far, because that's a pretty demanding kind of setup. As far as seeing all that stuff as it's going past and knowing how to read all of it and respond to all of it. I'm only about 15 seconds late now. I mean, I'm all for realism, but I don't like torturing myself. So maybe those markers aren't so bad. Right. Get the brake prepped. Let's get the brake prepped. Get these gangsters loaded and unloaded. And we'll see where we go from here. I'm really digging this. I knew we needed a train sim for the channel. And well, I mean, we're sort of limited. It's like saying we need a truck sim for the channel. Really? Which one are you going to pick? There's only one. So, lock the doors. Release the brake. We're back outside, so we'll give one of those. Yep, if you just wait, it will come up. All right, 2.3 miles, and we've got about 2.5 minutes to get there. Okay. You can just feel, or at least I can. I mean, it's extremely immersive. I can just feel the power and how smooth this little train is. It's got a great feel to it. Now, this is where I get dinged for a speed limit. Like the track that I'm on will have this speed limit, and then they'll shunt me over to an adjoining track, and the speed limit will drop, and I will get hammered on points. But for the moment, we seem to be okay. I'm just being super careful. I've also had those little markers, like right behind this marker that says we have a green light, is like another marker that says we have to stop, and it's 50 yards away. And just something terrible happens. You know how they do. Right. Nice. And we got a minute to get there. A little bit less than a mile. We're going 70. We should be okay. We should be okay. And I guess we've been late. We've been technically late on a couple stops. Can't pretend otherwise. But for the most part, we've done pretty good. Concentrating right now, so I got so quiet. These trains are weird. They have a kind of a momentum to them where, yeah, I've got these sort of informal formulas in my head. Like I know I need to be going this speed when I'm this many miles away, and this speed when I'm this many yards away, and it's not linear. Like as the train slows down, well, I guess that's physics. As it has less momentum, I feel like there's less. It's pushing on the brakes less. So you see what I'm saying? And I'm sure there is, like, if there's an engineer or a physicist in the house, I'm sure you could tell me exactly what's up. But it's like it takes the distance that it takes to cut your speed in half is always half of what it was previously before it was the first one. So, all right, head shunt. So I guess we're parking. No, 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 no. Other way. Right there. And then we give a little. I feel like I need to reset that, release that, release that. Is there a... Yeah. Release that. Release that. Release that. I need to... You see what I'm getting at. I need to... I need to reset my emergency braking. There we go. Not sure what I did that caused that to release, but it did. So yay us. I'll take a look in the manual in a minute, but I don't need to do that right this second. Right, and it looks like we're just going up around the bend here. Try to do this smoothly. Smoothly. Yeah. Looks like we're just going right up here. Fantastic. Yep, we're keeping it. This is going to be our train sim for the channel, and then we can add DLC to this. You'll have to let me know what you think we should get next, whether it's Northeast Corridor or whether it is Great Western. And then I think the only other thing is there is an engine package available, which is not, it's not nothing, but it's probably not the most exciting thing as far as content. I don't know that that's really something that's going to bring a lot to the sim. I think we'd be better off where's my marker? I think we'd be better off either doing the Northeast Corridor or Great Western. I guess, I mean, for now, let's assume Great Western, and the reason is we have one route in the U.S., although it is freight, not passenger, but we have one route in the U.S., and now we have one route in Germany. Let's get a route in the UK, and we'll kind of spread it around. Right. Oh, you're not going to give it to me, huh? Okay. No, that's fine. If you need another 9 yards, I'll give you another 9 yards. Mm-hmm. I'll give you another 7 yards. Fantastic. Right. Let's close her down. So we will reverse her in neutral. Set the parking brake. Release that. Passenger lights off. Cabin lights off. Sand off. All right. That's all off. And then we do that. We do that. Pantograph is down. Then we go up here to master switch off. I think that's about right. Hop up, open the door, close the door, and let's walk right over here. Super cool. Folks, thank you so much for stopping by to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Train Sim World, Rapid Transit. We'll see you next time. Take care now.